What's going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Nerdy Movie Night. Guys, tonight we will be reviewing X-Men: Days of Future Past. This movie was the triumphant return of Bryan Singer to the X-Men franchise. And
it was awesome.
If you guys didn't know, Bryan Singer directed the first two X-Men movies, the good X-Men movies. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you are a fan of the X-Men movies, this is your film. Whether you like the newer version or the older version, this one's got both of them. So we get Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy as Professor X and Magneto, and we get Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen as Professor X and Magneto. So much awesome in this movie, it is hard to contain. This is the best of both epic worlds, the young and the old. Now, one thing I really do want to point out, because I'm the kind of guy that likes to point out differences from the comics and the movies, and a lot of people hate it, but I'm sorry I have to. This one was a big one. So what they did change from the comics to the movies is originally it was Kitty Pryde who was sent back in time, and not Wolverine. But because of the way that they set this up, Kitty Pryde would only been like sperm in her dad's nutsack, but she wouldn't have existed yet, so they couldn't send Kitty Pryde back in time, so they sent Wolverine, because his old ass is going to be everywhere. He's born in the 1800s. He'll be alive. So they send him back in time with the hopes that he will get his ass over to Professor X, which is James McAvoy, young one, who's walking again. So if you guys don't remember, he got paralyzed in X-Men First Class. In a motherfucking wheelchair for life. But in this film, he's walking. What he does is he's actually using a serum that Beast had created to augment his powers and kind of hide them, and he loses his powers but gets the ability to walk. That's a hell of a trade-off. It also gives Beast the ability to hide as a normal human and only fur out when he gets pissed off. We get to see a lot of cool fight scenes, but it is the apocalyptic future where the Sentinels have taken over the world. Boulevard Trask created the Sentinel. This future where Sentinels are killing just about everyone, not just mutants, humans and everyone included. These Sentinels are insane because they're augmented with Mystique's power. So they can actually adjust to any battle. When they showed him fighting Colossus, he turns into Colossus of Steel. When they show him fighting Bobby, Iceman, they turn him into fire and he stops them. Needless to say, these things are fucked up and damn near impossible to defeat. So Logan is sent back in time, and he does what he needs to do. He finds Professor X, he uses Professor X, and the two of them save Magneto, who's trapped under the fucking Pentagon. Now, I'm not kidding. He is in prison under the Pentagon in a secret room made of all plastic and no metal around because he shot JFK. But it turns out JFK was a mutant, and he was trying to save JFK by ricocheting the bullet instead of there being... it's crazy shit. They're turning Magneto into this crazy conspiracy guy, which is awesome, and I'm super stoked on it. But continuing on. So they eventually have to go recruit Quicksilver, which is actually Magneto's son from the comics, and he's actually Magneto's son in here, but they don't say it in this movie. They say it in the next one. But they do have a really cool nod to it in this film where they actually say, my mom used to know someone that can move metal with their mind. It was just a really cool nod to the fans that knew that he was actually Magneto's son. Which makes you wonder, where's Wanda Maximoff in this? His little sister, they show her, but does she grow up to be a badass mutant? They all work together and they get the team back together. And the team goes to stop Boulevard Trask by trying to eliminate him. And then Magneto loses his shit and tries to kill Mystique and tries hunting down fucking Mystique. Because he figures if he kills her, they can't turn all them into her. And
crazy shit.
I've gone and time travel confused myself. Back on track. All in all, the plan works really, really well. They get everyone together and they are able to stop these Sentinels from being made. In doing this, they completely rewrite the timeline. If you guys didn't know, this film actually eliminates X-Men Last Stand and what happened in X-Men Origins Wolverine. All that is gone. In the big change in this timeline, obviously, you remember in X-Men Last Stand, Jean dies. So in this timeline, Jean's still alive. So the end of this movie is like a big circle for Logan. And because he comes back to a world he's not used to. Cyclops is still alive. Jean's still alive. And he stops. He's like, Jean. Guys, all in all, this is a great film, and it resets some of the biggest mistakes that Bryan Singer wasn't a part of. Yes, Bryan Singer killing everyone else's work. Good job. So guys, all in all, I will have to rate this movie with a solid A. This is a great film, very well rounded. So many great things in this film. Obviously, I docked him a little bit for changing the story, but they did it because that's the only way they can do it in these films. They didn't make Kitty Pryde an old enough character to send her back, guys. Sorry. Don't be hurt. Don't cry. It's all okay. Remember, this film fixed it all. But guys, let me know what you guys thought about X-Men Days of Future Past down in the comments down below, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like, thumbs up button on this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell so you get all the notifications for all the videos we put out every day, guys. I'm Andrew. You have been watching Nerds Mirais. Make sure to check out all the other great content we have here on the channel, and I will see you next time. Remember, stay nerdy.